be like super busted.
I don't think Mario should ever lose on Yoshi's Story.
Yeah,
like ever.
That stage is very good for him. So I've actually been going on an experiment of going all Mario to really learn this character. And if I think he's broken, there's no reason for me to not play him, right? So, but enough about me. We'll talk about Kosoku's Mario, because he is thriving right now in bracket, but he's going up against JAMA playing Link. And this is one of the situations that Mario can kind of struggle with. Swords have always kind of given him a bit of a problem. And not only do we have a sword on Link, but we have zoning tools as well. So it's going to be really hard for him to play that hot and cold game.
Well, he does have both of those. I feel like the nature of Link, like in how he has very long startup on most of his moves. Like he can't get everything out like in a pinch if he needs it. And I think that aspect of him will make Mario thrive a lot more, especially when he gets in. He'll get those conversions, he'll get the damage, and just because of that, he'll be able to get way more than like a normal swordy or zoner. Absolutely.
Because of his like slow startup, he has to play as a defensive wall. He has no choice in his archetype. So Kosoku kind of is able to press in and become the can opener we were talking about, where he just, if he hits like back air on Link's shield, sometimes Link has to hold that.
Sure, but Link does have that up B, and that killed him at like 90 or 100.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that was because the Nair hit pretty high on his shield. Nair normally, like if he goes really low or like a low back air, can be safe. But you, of course, have to mix it up and sometimes land those high aerials to mix up their timing, make them drop shield, or catch them before they're ready.
Yeah, and even though Link does struggle from those quick startups, he does have that up B, which I think is frame 7.
Yeah.
So that does make Mario kind of be have to be wary about just pressing buttons on Link's shield. While most characters, you can just kind of press buttons on their shield, Link can definitely say, hey, get off me right now. Absolutely. And you have to respect that option.
That dash attack, being able to 2-frame, is super good for Mario in this game, where you don't get your jump back after that, so he can just really punish you for it.
For sure.
Okay.
And JAMA's kind of been running away with this lead here. I think that caught his jump.
That definitely caught his jump. Kosoku normally wanted to really hold the jump as well, but he didn't want to go super low and take all that time, because that gives JAMA time to set up a bomb ledge trap.
And I feel like Kosoku's really just struggled to get anything going here. It seems like the pace of the game has been completely in JAMA's favor. That up B out of shield definitely kind of flowing some of the momentum, but Kosoku has those out of shield options himself with that up smash.
Right. Mario's out of shield options are potentially the best in the game, in my opinion. He has some of the fastest, bar none, but also he gets so much off of them at times. This could be a big conversion. He knows that he doesn't have anything true off of that down air on the platform, but it puts JAMA in a weird spot.
Absolutely. And JAMA's like just kind of ran away with this percent lead, but Mario can make it up real quick. Kind of just lets the combo go there. Nothing could have really extended off of it, though.
Right. The thing is, he could have gone for an up B to get a little bit more damage, but that gives up all of the follow-up potential. So if he waits and maybe JAMA picks a bad defensive option, he could get so much more.
Sure, yeah, he could just catch the landing again there and reset. But JAMA has been pretty good at choosing his options here. Not really, the combos have not really been super effective, but wow. Just waiting in the neutral with the F smash.
Let's talk a little bit about how he walks around. Kosoku's shimmy game is insane. And we cannot count him out at all, because even though he's at 119 and he definitely died to something from Link here, that was the weak hit of Hero Spin. So if he hits the strong up B, he's dead.
Yeah, and this is where he has to be really careful. He can, that up air is still safe though.
Like I was saying, when you hit them low to the ground, super safe, and you definitely can't up B out of shield. So Kosoku kind of baited it out.
And he's at those really, you know, detrimental percents, but the up air, not going to take it yet.
No rage on Link means it's not going to be like a super potent kill throw. Maybe at 180 or 190 we'll see that kill.
Yeah, but honestly, he has to kind of worry for that. Wow, the next one has to do it.
Absolutely. Like, even with it staled, he's going to get a little bit more rage. Smart use of the fireball to detonate bomb.
Same time, though, this is Rage Mario. He can definitely make some stuff happen if he's able to get in. Like right here, getting something started.
Back throw, and he's got all kinds of momentum. Ooh. That's going to kill even across.
Yeah. Good stuff on him there. He realized that he didn't need to actually reverse the hero spin, which I know some Links are fond of, but he realized that it's just going to kill anyway, so you know I can safely get myself back to stage, even if it doesn't hit, and then just seals out that first game. Kosoku did make quite a comeback, though. Almost took that back into his court from 3 stocks down.
And the thing about this kind of matchup is, especially we were talking about how defensive Link can play, especially because he does have out-of-shield options to deal with some of the aerials if Mario doesn't do perfectly, right? That kind of a matchup, whoever takes the first stock has a huge lead, because it kind of dictates how the other person is allowed to play. When Link takes the first stock, Mario then kind of has no choice but to really be the aggressor, because you don't want Link to set up like a full screen zone that you can't get in on. But if Mario takes the first stock, suddenly Link like, the fact that he's sitting back and throwing stuff doesn't mean anything.
Another thing that I thought of kind of halfway through that first match was how Boomerang would affect this matchup, because if Link has a Boomerang out, Mario can't really commit to a full combo, because the Boomerang will always come back and just kind of interrupt him there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing a lot of the time Kosoku's like waiting for the Boomerang and going for a lot of these capes, or just moving around it.
Ooh, something kind of nasty there for JAMA, but not getting anything off of it.
All right, that was like a low risk, really high reward option.
Yeah, had he gotten the down air, you know, that would have killed, but at the same time, you know, getting nothing off of it, he did not get punished, so.
Yeah, like at worst, he got to the stage a little bit slower than Kosoku. This could be big. The fact that he was able to tech trap with that.
Yeah, Mario on any multiple platform stage is pretty nasty.
We probably saw JAMA ban Battlefield and Yoshi's, right? Those triplats. And Mario does get a lot off of Lilat being like a pseudo triplat. He still gets a lot off of these low platforms, even if you can't ladder all the way to the top.
For sure. And, you know, the platforms I feel like can also make it a bit easier for him to kind of weave around things, especially projectile pressure. He can just use those platforms to go over or under whatever he needs, and then through that find himself an opening. Good
recognition that after that first hit of the up B connects, it's a big punish. Got a little bit of charge on the forward smash. And now Kosoku's the one who's going to be able to dictate the pace of this match. Look, he can sit back. He doesn't have to go in and be the can opener.
Absolutely. And that, you know, kind of change in play style, I think, is absolutely what he needed after the first game, where he was being very aggressive through most of the first few stocks. And I think, and the DI mix-up. Yeah, he caught him above him, so he went the other way, and JAMA probably wasn't ready for it.
That up air, depending on how you drift as Mario, can change whether he hits you on the left or right side and which direction you go as a result. And that'll change how you're going to DI the up B afterwards, and you can even hold in or out as Mario with the up B to make that even trickier. Kosoku did a great job of following up on the setup that he created. That ladder was 10 out of 10, and now he's up a clean stock.
Yeah, he's surmounted himself quite the lead here, honestly. Being able to just get around JAMA's options and condition him into doing exactly what he wants, I feel like it's helping him out so much.
Really deep back air. JAMA looked like he was maybe trying to get that Boomerang to come back with those mashes on the grab. I'm amazed that forward tilt didn't come out in time for JAMA. He's been doing it really good as an anti-air this whole time.
Kosoku just kind of getting rid of the bomb there. I feel like that move is in itself a trap. Like, you really don't have to respect it most of the time if you're just able to pick it up and throw it away. It's definitely not like Rob's gyro. It's not like an active hitbox, but Link can get stuff off of it if you aren't careful enough. But getting punished for another up B out of shield there.
And that's, we saw at the very start of game one, Kosoku went for the high nair, and it kind of made JAMA think, I can press this button when you hit my shield. And then we saw him like take advantage of it later in the next, you know, couple of stocks. That when Mario's spacing and timing his aerials properly, JAMA actually can't always get that up B out of shield. So that's one big bait. Does Mario go for the next aggressive option to pressure JAMA's shield, or does he wait for the up special?
Yeah, I feel like that's something he's probably noticed by now. He's like, wait, that happened twice, where you know, he whiffed an aerial, and then I wasn't able to punish it. So he's probably cognizant of that fact, and I'm sure he'll probably be slower to pull the trigger on those up Bs. But at the same time, that gives Kosoku an opening. If Kosoku realizes that, he can say, he's not going to pull it. I can just do whatever I want next.
Exactly.
And he gets an even bigger extension on advantage.
Yeah. Depending on how JAMA picks his next option instead of up B, we could see Kosoku start to go for more grabs to punish holding shield, or just wait there and punish defensive rolls or positioning.
For sure. And this game's kind of started off a bit slower than the first two, I feel like. Started off a combo there, but unfortunately the town and city platform is going to leave him, so...
Yeah. Had it stayed there, that might have been a ladder to the top and a KO, even on the higher blast zones, but because of the moving platform, we just saw a good amount of damage, but now Kosoku's definitely setting the pace.
For sure. Being able to move around Link and kind of have Link choose those options, get him up in the air, I feel like has helped Kosoku out a lot in surmounting the lead he has now. But going super far off stage, barely doesn't get caught by that hero spin.
Insurance with the back air too to make sure that the big magnet hands aren't going to help. I love the idea there. So if y'all don't know, if Link gets pushed off the ledge while he's going up for up B on stage, he actually goes into the aerial animation, and he just dies. Yeah. So I learned that, actually, fun fact, in 4, I don't know if this happens in this game, but in 4, if somebody perfect shielded your up B after you neutral get up from ledge, it pushes you off, and you just start up B'ing and falling with the aerial version. It's the saddest thing in the world. If you're at the edge of a platform while you get a perfect shield.
It's crazy. And now Kosoku.
That's big.
Getting JAMA into that same situation that he was in on the first game, but maybe just giving him a stock there.
Both
Not sure what that was.
Both players are laughing about that because you know there's like no situation where that had to happen.
Yeah.
Kosoku just it was an SD for an SD. That was the delayed homie stock.
Yeah. Either way though, this is going to be quite the comeback for JAMA to make. But Link definitely a character with the kill power to make it. It's just up to him actually finding those situations in which he can get Mario into disadvantage, which is so hard.
Kosoku's going for big plays, not necessarily because he like needs to, but that really pressures JAMA and sometimes can force errors because he thinks this Mario's doing crazy stuff. I'm scared, you know?
Yeah, and JAMA at 107 at this point, like, it really all it takes is a good conversion from Kosoku, and then he's pretty much, you know, off
That
this
was
game.
such a good bomb recovery.
Good stuff there. Yeah, kind of gets around the possibility of having to go low. Kosoku maybe gonna cover it.
Yeah, he'd been threatening the down tilt 2 frame quite a few times.
Now they're just kind of playing around each other, looking for a hit. But unfortunately for JAMA, you know, if Kosoku gets that hit, it's probably a stock and the game.
And normally, like, in an even stock situation, this would favor JAMA, but because Kosoku has all the time in the world, no commitments, he can sit back there, and even if his fireballs don't connect, as long as he's not getting hit by these projectiles, or you know, even if he's just not taking any space for it, if it comes to time, he wins. So he can wait for the perfect opening, wait for JAMA to overcommit to a projectile that goes like the wrong direction, or
like you saw there, he committed to the boomerang and then Kosoku got him with the back air. I think that's something a lot of projectile characters will do, and like last hit situations is they'll go for the whatever their projectile is, and they'll get punished for it. Because if you have a character as fast as Mario that's just running around you, like he's waiting for that startup where Link pulls back the boomerang, and then he's just gonna hit you.
especially when you